Hello there everybody, Danny Stewart here for BassJapanDirect.com with another Naked Sound review, and I'm here with this beautiful instrument from Kanade again, Coil. And it's their Weave 5-string, and this one is a 33-inch scale, custom order made one for one of my customers, who actually was one of my first Weave Kanade customers. He bought one of the pieces of stock that was it earlier this year, or was that earlier this year? I think it was early this year that I started. I bought in some of their basses and started to promote them to my customer base, because they're a very small maker. There's just two guys, one old guy who is a master luthier, and his apprentice is a younger guy, of course, and they're entirely made by hand in a small workshop out on the west coast of Japan in a place called Ishikawa Prefecture, and finest materials. It's some of the most beautiful ash I've seen, you know, and these 5-piece necks and everything, and this one's got flame maple fretboard and, you know, quilt maple top. It's all hand stained, and they've done this beautiful color gradation or graduation of the with the matching knobs and everything. It's just insane. It's really beautiful stuff, and it's inspiring me to play something in a Phrygian mode. That B is insane, and it's a 33-inch scale. Yeah, you might be wondering what pickup is this? Well, you might recognize the shape being oval. It's a Delano. It's a humbucker. I've forgotten the model name, but it's a great sounding humbucker. And right now it is in series humbucking mode, so you're getting the fullest sound out of it. And it's paired up with a Delano Sonar preamp 3-band. So that's treble, mid, bass. If you put mids at notch, get this kind of put mid upper. Gets a little nosy, you know, because this is basically a Music Man positioning. So this is to my customer's specification, of course, and you'll see this motif here. This is actually so it's a semi-hollow body, so you get a little bit of acoustic quality to the sound, and I think that's especially prominent when we go, let's just go with the mid and bass boosted, and maybe a little bit of master tone. Yeah, something like that. There's a groove going on there. So lovely, lovely low B, and so you've got control-wise on this. This is your volume. Of course, it doesn't have a balancer because it's one pickup, but it does have a coil splitter, and it's on a rotary. So right now we're in the middle setting, which is series. If we go to the front, dial it clockwise, you'll get single coil. So let's turn everything up, single coil. Take the mid out. It's nice, isn't it? And then let's go back to series. You can hear it's gets thicker. And then let's go to parallel. So that's in a clockwise position on the rotary switch here. I realize it's hard for you guys to see this knob here, the volume, on the video because it's actually in the same color. So it sort of disappears on the screen a little bit there. But that's the second knob in the row is the rotary switch. So now we're in the parallel position. There you go. You get the idea, right? So you can hear the different sounds there as I switch on the rotary there. It's kind of, it gets beefy and warm and thick when in the series mode, thinner in the parallel mode, and I wouldn't call it thinner necessarily than the parallel mode, but it's got more of a it's less transparent. I would say it's more opaque in quality. So there you go. That's it, really. What an instrument, you know. And I love the handiwork in this, you know. And with Kanade, like I said, it's a master luthier and his apprentice, so an older guy and guy who's maybe around half his age or something, who they run this workshop out in Ishikawa, and they produce these beautiful instruments. They also produce ukuleles as well, and yeah, I think that's what they started out with, was making ukulele. And it doesn't seem like they make electric guitars, just regular 6-string electric guitars, but for some reason they went into making basses, and boy am I happy about it, because they're great. Yeah, they haven't actually been around all that long as Kanade. I mean, I guess they've been doing that, they've been working and making instruments for a long time, but yeah, they established the brand not that long ago, I guess. It must have been sort of during the COVID period, boy am I glad they did. It's just fantastic. I'm really glad that I picked up on this maker late last year, and it was late last year, wasn't it? And I got stock in. Was it last year? I can't remember if it was last year or early this year that I got my first stock in. It's already September. Time has flown. I think it was early this year that I put promotional videos at. Oh no, it wasn't. It was last year. It was last year. And actually, this customer bought one of the first pieces of stock that I got in, which was a beautiful short scale, much like this one. This one's just come in stock as well, but it was chambered. This is just solid, and it was a J Hum, JH, and it was a beautiful kind of purple fade color on burl poplar. Lovely thing. And 31-inch scale. Oh, sorry, 30-inch scale, like this one. This one's the same, 30-inch scale. And this one's in stock, yet to be listed yet. And we can do the optional headstock if somebody prefers the other headstock shape. It's an option that we can do, should they want it. It doesn't take that long to do that. But this is their standard headstock shape, which is like, this chef's hat, as you might call it, and similar to this one here, which is also in stock. The neck through. This is a neck through one, not a bolt on. Sorry, fixed neck, not a bolt on. So it's it's about the same price that this one costs. This is around 500,000 yen, or about $3,200 at current rates, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So it's actually pretty reasonable for something that's entirely handmade, and I do love to see. Although this is at first glance, you think, wow, it's beautiful, it's perfect. If you look up close, you can see some of the workmanship markings on there. It's not like when you look at an STR, which costs about 800 for this kind of spec, it would cost about 800,000 yen. You can't see work craftsmanship markings on there at all. It's like completely OCD in terms of attention to detail, whereas this, you've got like a few little areas where you can kind of see their working, like on the nut, for example. It's a bone nut, and they do an interesting process with their instruments. It's the same with this one. Not this though, this is a lacquer top coat, but these two, anything that uses woods that aren't particularly stable, they epoxy. they epoxy them, which is extremely painstaking. So they've epoxy coated this entire thing, even the neck and headstock, to be consistent with the body, you see, and then that's buffed out, sanded down to a very, very fine grade, and then buffed and polished. It's an extremely painstaking process, much harder than just lacquering it, for example, or you know, yeah, just spraying it with poly, gloss poly, like this one. This one's construction is not quite that in depth because yeah, this is a lacquer, because the wood is more stable. This is claret walnut on ash. So yeah, it's interesting. I'd never seen a maker do that before, but it does make the instrument a lot more stable and resilient, I guess. So it's all good. But what a beautiful instrument, ladies and gents. Thoroughly recommend Kanade to anyone. Definitely one of my favorite builders to work with here in Japan, because they're just so flexible. You know, they're flexible with scale lengths. They can even make a jazz bass or a precision bass type body. I've got a couple of orders actually that for my customers that are ongoing at the moment, that will be ready maybe later this year, one early next year. And yeah, I'm excited to show you those, because those are more kind of standard type body shapes and headstocks. But yeah, I do love their original body shape. It kind of reminds me a little bit of an F bass, sort of, but sort of not an F bass. What am I talking about? Like an eagle bass, you know, especially with this lower horn. And they do a double cut away as well, which looks even more like an eagle bass. But yeah, the single cut looks pretty damn special too. Yeah, so there you go, guys. That's Kanade Weave 533 special custom order, which is semi-hollow. Do have a look at our gallery as linked in the description. Our weave page is still a little bit basic at the moment, but we're adding bits and bobs to it as we get new stock, and you know, as things progress with custom order builds and stuff, we have more material to show off on the page. But if you want to get your own custom order weave, do get in touch. Prices are so reasonable considering the quality of work and materials and the time and effort that they put in. It's just full of absolute, you know, pride and care and love is put into their instruments. So there you go, guys. That's my waffle over, and I'll see you again in the next one. Take care.